Alright, y'all, what's going on? I'm here for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 3, Episode 9. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do Black Ink Crew Chicago because I'm watching Love and Hip Hop Hollywood on demand right now, and I checked to see if the third episode for Black Ink Crew Chicago was up there and everything, and it's not up there, which is kind of odd because VH1 usually has their stuff on demand the very next day. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get that review done before the next episode being came out. But anyways, so we start off with Shonda and Nikki. I think they were going to like a workout place, or they were coming from a workout place or something. It's been a week since Willie has been out the house or whatever. Shonda pretty much is updating Nikki on what happened, about him lying and all this other stuff. And Shonda, she's trying to hide the situation from the kids or whatever. But kids are not dumb. I'm pretty sure they have an idea that something is not right. You know what I mean? But Nikki, she updates Shonda or what's going on in her life. And she lets it be known, like, what happened between Rosa Acosta and, Safari or whatever, how the situation pretty much blew up in her face, and, she kind of is starting to think she don't know if she really wants to be in a serious relationship, and she starts talking about the passing of her brother or whatever, and, how her and her family are packing all his stuff from his old house and everything, and, it's just bringing back so many memories, and, she's dating, and she said that she feel like she kind of was dating in a way to help her mask the pain of, her brother passing or whatever. And I send my condolences to Nikki. I do remember hearing about this situation last year or whatever. It's not easy losing somebody close to you. I haven't lost, a brother, but I have lost somebody, my aunt, I was close, one of my aunts or whatever, I was close to her and everything, and her death was just, nobody seen it coming, but, let me get off that before I start getting emotional. But, next we get, Max and Brandy. Brandy is pretty much talking to Max about what happened with, Moniece or whatever, when Moniece, pretty much embarrassed her on stage, and, how Masika was there or whatever, and Max says that Masika is not going to get a record from him and all this other stuff, and pretty much he's not fucking with Masika, since she wanted to associate herself with Moniece. I was like, well, damn, that's kind of, fucked up, Max. I mean, she ain't had nothing to do with Moniece or her buffoonery. She even thought it was a bad idea, even though she still was kind of here for it. But, like, she wasn't, saying nothing. She just was quiet the whole time. But, it is what it is, I guess. That's how you handle your business stuff. I mean, whatever. That's your wife and everything, so. But anyways, moving on from that, we get Masika. She's performing her song, Black Cinderella. She's having a listening party. It was a cute song or whatever. It wasn't bad. She debated on putting it out because of Fetty Wap or whatever. They're in a good place right about now. Or as she calls him, Willie. She's pretty much concerned, about who, her kid is going to be around, considering, he be on tour, he be around the bitches and all this other stuff. And, that's when they start talking. Yeah, and by the way, Moniece and Nia was there. I don't want to make it seem like she was talking to herself. Moniece and Nia was there, and that's who she was talking to. And that's when they update Nia on what Moniece did, to Brandy or whatever. And Moniece is like, Brandy could suck on Max's dirty dick and die. I said, see, Moniece, why you gotta take it there? Why do you have to take it above and beyond? You know what I mean? She calls her a shitty mom. I'm like, the way I look at it, really ain't neither one of y'all got any room to fucking talk at this goddamn point. I'm just saying. She explains the situation to Nia. Or what, like, explain to her about what she did. No, she explains to Nia about Brandy and the whole Becky situation. And she was like that she feel like, everybody trying to come at her about being a mom. And it's like, Moniece, your problem is you just continue to harp on shit. Let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no need to continue to do all this extra shit. Like, The situation happened, it's done and over with, let it go. You just like to go above and beyond, and that shit is just, it's getting old real quick. So we get Pranky, aka Princess, and she's meeting up with Jason Lee to tell him about the situation that went down between Moniece and Brandy. But little does she know, Jason Lee already heard about the situation, but he's just playing along like he doesn't know nothing. But she unveiled, because she was, she wasn't naming names at first and everything, but she names Brandy as the person that, we all know that that's who she went to the event with and everything. And Jason, he doesn't like Brandy for real. He don't fuck with her. And he recalls Brandy throwing the drink in his face last year and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh, it don't feel so good when motherfuckers throw a drink in your face, huh? Yeah. But anyways, he's pretty much like Brandy is gonna have to like kiss his motherfucking ass or whatever to get some dirt on Moniece. So Princess, she wants Moniece's sex tape and everything, and Jason is like, he doesn't fuck with Brandy like that, but he will sit down with her for the sake of Princess. Anything for Pranky, okay? Moving on from that, we get Big Lyrica and Lil Lyrica. They meet up and everything, and once again, Lil Lyrica just wants, her mom to get past the whole eloping situation so they could be a family and all this other stuff. And, Big Lyrica talks about how, A1 treated her when she came to get the dogs or whatever. And, Lil Lyrica was like, yeah, but you broke our picture and everything. And Big Lyrica, she's like, yeah, after he, pretty much, provoked me or whatever and everything. And, when I was trying to get over the situation. And Lil Lyrica, she's like, well, did you think about me before you did that? And here go Big Lyrica. Did you think about me before you broke my heart? I'm just like, if you don't get over that shit already, like, the shit happened, there's nothing you can do about it. Like I said, what was it, last week or the week before, something like that. I understand as a mother, you feel some type of way, but there's nothing you can do about it now. It happened. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. But pretty much Big Lyrica feels like, that Lil Lyrica doesn't have any remorse about the situation and all this other stuff. And, Big L, she says that she's going to work on, despite the fact she's going to work on trying to be, one big happy family and all this other stuff. But she has a proposition for Lil Lyrica. She wants Lil Lyrica, and I guess A1 as well, to, pay for her lipo surgery and all this other stuff. And, Lil Lyrica, she agrees to it as long as, Big Lyrica doesn't bring up the eloping situation again. So they shake on it, whatever. Then we get Fetty Wap, aka Willie, in the studio with one of his homeboys, and pretty much he lets it be known he don't want to be in a relationship with Masika, none of that. He says that it was never like that. It was only a 3-day weekend, and he was never looking for no house with her, and he wants to be in his child's life, but not the way she wants him to. I mean, I don't know what he meant by that, but I mean, whatever. He's saying, like, I guess he doesn't have issues with his other baby mamas and all this other stuff, but with her, it's just all this extra shit. The friend said that, he kept in touch with Masika the whole 9 months and everything, but he did that to keep Fetty Wap updated on everything, and it's all about money with her and all this other stuff. And, every time he comes to LA, he's unhappy and everything, and, he wants to be, he's pretty much like that. I'm just Masika's baby daddy, but our daughter is your family. So, I mean, whatever with that situation. I just get tired of talking about this shit. I guess because we already know everything that didn't happen, and it's done transpired and still is transpiring. So, I mean, whatever. So Nikki and her mom, they're talking about her brother and everything, and they're very emotional. He died from a drug overdose. That was her only brother. And, Nikki's mom lets her know that she wants her to be happy and to, find a healthy relationship and all this other stuff. So moving on from that, we get Princess and Brandy. They pretty much talk about Moniece and whatnot. And Princess lets Brandy know that she dug up some dirt on Moniece, and that she had a meeting with Jason Lee and all this other stuff, and talks about how he has access to a sex tape with her in it. Brandy, she's ecstatic about it. She's like, yes, this is what we need to take that bitch down, and whatever. So Princess did tell him that it was for Brandy and all this other stuff, and she was like, he said he don't fuck with you because you threw the drink in his face and all this other stuff. And Brandy tells Princess to tell Jason that she's gonna take him out or whatever, and that Brandy is gonna be there, and she's gonna buy him something, and yada yada yada. So pretty much she's gonna kiss his ass to get this damn tape. So Brandy and Princess, they meet up with Jason Lee for lunch or whatever. He came in and shook Brandy's hand. He didn't give her the firm, handshake. He gave her one of these. But anyways, Brandy gives the gift that she brought for him, and it was a pair of fucking shades. I see. This bitch here. But anyways, he says Brandy is going to have to do a lot more than give him some shades that probably came from Chinatown. And he's pretty much like, why should I give a sex tape to somebody who threw a drink in my face or whatever? And Brandy calls her, she apologizes for it and calls herself a boss ass bitch, and she'll be loyal to him to the very end. And he tells her pretty much he wants her to hop on one leg and bark like a damn dog or whatever. And of course she does it, and that seals the deal for him to give her the drop on the sex tape. And I'm just like, is motherfuckers just this goddamn desperate to expose folk? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all all look foolish in this whole situation, for real, for real. It's just like, it's not going to stop. If this sex tape was to come out or whatever, Moniece is not going to stop. We all know how Moniece is. She's the queen of petty. She's going to continue on and on. So it's just like, this shit is just very pointless. And does anybody really care about a Moniece sex tape? I'm just wondering. So we get A1 and Lyrica. They're pretty much doing a do-over thing or whatever. After the debacle that happened at their apartment. So they're having a barbecue. A1, he talks about how Lyrica brought up her mom wanting liposuction to forgive him and all this other stuff. And he says he doesn't need forgiveness. And he ain't paying no money or whatever. Like, she can't just be getting money out of them because she feels some type of way or whatever. And I agree. You know what I'm saying? Safari, he low-key trying to flirt with Tierra or whatever, talking about the sun brings out your eyes and all this other stuff. And Tierra, she ain't falling for the shit. I'm like, Safari, you ain't shit. You gonna sit up here and try to talk to Nikki Friend, though, because y'all fell out or whatever. But anyways, but yeah, like I said, Tierra, she's not with it. Big Lyrica, she shows up, and Tierra and Safari, they gassing her up or whatever, telling her she looked good and everything. A1 says that he's glad that his mom can accept them being married, and he's glad that Big L is learning to accept it. And she's like, well, see, here's the thing, I'm still feeling some type of way because you didn't apologize about it and all this other stuff. And A1 is like, well, I don't like how you sat down with Lyrica and said the only way you're going to accept our marriage is if we pay for your lipo and all this other stuff. And he says that it's not happening and everything. And, Safari was like that this was not the right time to bring it up or whatever. And I do agree, it wasn't the right time. But, A1 was like, you know what? I brought you something to accommodate for this liposuction. Something cheaper, And he pulls out the waist trainer. I said, oh no. Oh no, he done started some shit here. And so, Tierra says, that's an insult right there. Like, you pretty much calling her fat and all this other stuff. And then that's when Big Lyrica just finds whatever reason to start again with Pam. Pam sitting there quiet, cool in the cut, not even saying shit, and she gonna sit up here and tell my son, well, tell your fat ass mama to wear it or whatever. So that's where Pam starts going and telling myself, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? And then, Pam like, I'm minding my business, I ain't even saying shit, you know? And, what else happened? Lil Lyrica is pretty much mad that A1 embarrassed her mom or whatever, and she says in her confessional now that her mom is not all that innocent either, because her and Pam shouldn't be arguing. But yet when Pam and Big L, when they start, when they keep on arguing or whatever, Pam, she gets up, and that's when Big L throws the plate or whatever. That's when Lil Lyrica gets to her feelings and, going at Pam or whatever. And it's like, did you not forget your mom started this whole shit? Your mom is the cause of this whole argument between her and Pam. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? And, really, your mom is the cause of all this shit for her to be sitting up here trying to get money out of y'all because she can't get over the fact that y'all elope. Like, child, Anyways, Lil Lyrica, that's when she starts arguing with A1 about him disrespecting her mom or whatever. And she was like, you don't give your mother-in-law no waist trainer and all this other stuff. And she was like, now she know her mom not going to forgive him. And she don't know if she going to be able to forgive him neither. Big L says that, A1 needs to put his mom in check. Like, bitch, you started this whole shit. Lil Lyrica need to put your ass in check. That's who needs to be put in check, okay? Like, I understand being there for your moms and everything, this, that, and the third, but at the same time, you should have told your mom she was wrong. Straight up. Like, if my mom was acting a fool like that, child, anyways, yeah, because I'm just not even going to, go there, but, because my mom wouldn't act like that. But, anyways, she calls him an asshole, whatever. He calls her an asshole back, and she was like, don't be talking to my mom like that and all this other stuff. She said, her and A1 gonna have a problem, and that's when Big Lyrica screams annulment and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, child, I'm over them. I'm really over them. Lil Lyrica, you need to put your fucking foot down with your mom, because it makes no fucking sense how you just keep on letting that woman just sit up here and disrespect y'all marriage, this, that, and the third. A1, you was wrong to sit up here and address the situation right then and there, and then to bring out the waist trainer. I thought that was, fucked up and everything. But, yeah, I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that shit. But anyways, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video.